So we will make it back to Fallen London, where we will trade our strategic information and our port reports once again. We're gonna get some new crew on by means of retrieving the crew that we sent with the pirate ship we scuttled and kind of took over at the very start of this trip, if you remember. So a breath of relief. We look at our terror. It's 77. I press this button. Blam! It's down to 50. But in return, we have gained 2 nightmares strength, aka we may have night terrors now. We can arm ourselves against this, but this can drive us insane as captains as well. So that is another risk that we suffer from going into the darkness and exploring in the dark ocean for longer or extended periods of time. So, we collect our messages from the Harbour Master, as we always do. And we have several new things we can do here, as you can see by the different tabs here on the side. Something has changed underneath. A blind bruise would like a word, and someone wants to sign on. So, this dude here wants a word with us. Is it a good game? I think it is a good game. It's an early alpha game, but its story is really rich, and there's lots to do, and there's lots of little intrigues to discover. There's lots of little things to do, and it always gives you hints that there's more. That there's more somewhere with something that you haven't seen yet. So yes, Jaded, I really like this game. I've sunk 15 hours into it now, and that's pretty much more than I've played 95% of my Steam library. As I said before, I probably only played Kerbal Space Program and Skyrim more than this in my Steam library. So, accept a commission. It is all trifling inconvenience. Well, so this dude, let's not barge into the middle of stuff. This dude wants to propose us. Since he was very obliging, he wants to propose to us. No, well, no. He doesn't want to propose to us. But he wants us to do a job for him. Making a little detour via Mount Palmerston, yet again, with a few articles of cargo, if you happen to be in the area. The cheery man will of course cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience. And as I played, as I've played the Fallen London browser game, which you can play for free by the way, I know that a cheery man is a dude that you really do not want to cross, because cheery is definitely meant sarcastically, right? So Mount Palmerston is our destination again. We just came from there, we have to kind of go there again. But, well, not to worry, because we will gain quite a bit of echoes, aka currency, aka money for that. We have 1 unstamped crate of brilliant souls which we have to deliver. And I agreed to smuggle souls from Mount Palmerston, which is maybe not like the best idea. Ah, Pokey, you're still here. I didn't even realize. Or you're here again, maybe. The Merchant Venturer. Ah, okay. So it's time for the Merchant Venturer, who has just appeared in London. He appears after a while, after a few trips. And the Merchant Venturer is an excellent opportunity to gain some echoes, but you'll have to spend some money. It's more an investment than just getting free money. So he's in need of a reliable agent, which of course is us. And he says, well, he has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates. So he requires specific items, but he'll pay you much more than you would get if you would just trade them on the market. So he wants something silky or something warming, which is, in other words, bolts of spider silk, which we have to obtain from somewhere. He says, you'll find Silicon Savior's rocks far to the east, or in the Khanate near the Z's hearts. So somewhere east, somewhere around the center. I've discovered neither of those places at this point in time. Or he wants something warming, which they also sell in Mount Palmerston. So, pretty much, if we now sail to Mount Palmerston again, we are gonna make bank. That's pretty much what's gonna happen here. He wants 7 sealed skins for 1,000 echoes. The only problem is that Zoop, as it's spelled here, costs, if I'm not mistaken, 70 echoes per skin. So that may be an issue. But we'll see how it goes. What we first need to do is go to our lodgings where we can get the prize money that we got, or that we earned for taking over the pirate ship. A letter. Captain, we have access to da-da-da-da-da. In accordance with the law of the Z, da-da-da-da. Please to enclose a money order for 50 echoes. And I regained my 2 crew members that I kind of borrowed, temporarily parted ways with, because they needed to sail the ship home after we obtained it. So we got 50 echoes for that, which is excellent. I'm gonna obtain some recent news by reading the morning papers, and that recent news I can use to get some favors somewhere else, or get paid, even. Because when you bring on the news, or pass on the news to other people, you actually get paid for that, or you can get paid for that. And in addition, it also loses me 1 terror, which is very nice. Anything else we want to do in our lodgings? Well, 10 echoes is worth the price for resting in a room above the blind helmsman, because it says this will reduce your terror, heal a wound, and give me a restful night. And that restful night is what I'm going after. Because I only lose 1 terror, but the restful nights make sure that I suffer from nightmares less often. And nightmares can be an absolute pain in the ass, because they may be quite able to drive me insane. So I don't want any nightmares, and that restful night is gonna do just that. So I go to the really, really evil admiral, the dark spectacled admiral. I think is dark spectacled, it says, but his eyes really are the only thing that's not dark in the picture. And I'm gonna pass him on the strategic information that I got. And once again I gain 150 echoes for that, so I'm fucking rich. I also gained 1 Admiralty's favor, and lost 1 strategic information. Good. So, what I'm gonna do is also visit Cladamon's tattoo parlor. I almost forgot, because I can now get a tattoo, and the tattoo will help my stats. What do I want? I'm gonna just look at the stat that's the lowest right now, which is either hearts or mirrors. And I'm more interested in upping my mirrors stats, because that determines how fast I can fire on enemy ships and have a guaranteed hit in battle on the Z. So I'm gonna go for that. And I do think that that is the unflinching eye. And that's my phone. Ding! The unflinching eye says, you've seen such sights. This will increase your mirrors by 2 permanently and cure up to 25 points of terror. So this is also an excellent way to get rid of this terror that we're building up. And for just 1 echo. So, bam! Look at that terror. It's only 23 now. Excellent. I've lost 1 memory of distant shores, because I did need that to get this tattoo. But it's worth it, because +2 mirrors and the terror is gone down rapidly. But the only problem is that you can only do that once. So that's an issue. That's an issue. Right, the Venture's desires, indeed, he wants 7 skins of Zoop. I'm pretty sure I can't pay still for 7 skins of soup. But so I'll probably have to make a few trips. But that's not really a problem, because I'll get 1,000 echoes if I actually deliver it in the end. So I'm gonna stock up again. I'm gonna buy some fuel. No, I'm gonna buy some supplies first. Go back to... what do I want? 14, because 13 is unlucky. And I have a bunch of really superstitious sailors with me on board. So I'm gonna go up to 18 fuel. Yeah, that's enough. More than enough. I'm gonna ask if the Admiral needs anything in particular, because then he gives us another call for strategic information. And now we have to retrieve strategic information from the Chapel of Lights, which we already know where it is. Of which we know where it is already. Better sentence construction right there. So that is very well, because it's actually right next to Mount Palmerston, which is our destination right now. Do we want to carry some tomb colonists to Vendabite to start off? Why not? Let's quickly pick up some tomb colonists. There we go. They're never going to waste. Put your ship in the dry dock for repairs. Yes, I'm gonna do that, because I've taken damage. Right. Leadbeater and Stainrod shipyard. Cotterell and Hattersay shipyard.